Hello, Assalamu alaikum girls. I hope all of you are fine. Today we are going to continue with Unit 7, which is about Internet. In the previous lecture, I explained you some of the uses of Internet, and we all know that we are using Internet for various reasons in our daily life. Like daily, we are using some applications on our phone which cannot work if we don't have an internet connection to our phone. And there were various uses of Internet we are using it for. um, and I also explained that what is internet. So basically how this all is possible is that all the computers all over the world, they are connected to each other in the form of a network that we call is internet. And that network is similar to a web. If you have seen a spider web, it is also a network, and we use this word web for different terms on internet. First, today the first topic of discussion is what is www, which stands for World Wide Web. So this internet, which forms a network all over the world, is also known as, it also has a second name, which is World Wide Web. So what is World Wide Web? It is basically a network, the same network that internet is, which consist of special documents. And what are those documents? We call them web pages. Web pages, we will discuss them in details in the following lecture. But basically World Wide Web is the network that have different pages which are representing certain websites, and these pages are basically linked to each other, and you can access these pages all over the world if you have an internet connection. Now I have used a few terms while talking about World Wide Web, like web pages, website, and so we will discuss them in detail in this lecture also. So a World Wide Web basically consists of web pages, and if you want to see it in the form of a diagram, it could look something like this, where there are multiple pages and they are linked to each other, and you can view these pages. If you want to go to one page, you can go, and then you can go from one page to another page, and from the next page to the third page. You can come back, you can go forward. So this is basically the concept of a web being created by using different web pages. Now if we want to access web pages or go to these web pages or see these web pages, what we need are called, the first thing, if we want to open any website which have multiple web pages, we need browsers. What are browsers? Browsers are basically the programs that are used to find and display the web pages. So we know that web pages are being all over the world. They are contain information, and they are present on the internet, they're present on the web. But now if I want to find a web page, I would need what? A browser. And browser will do what for me is that the browser will, it will open up a specific or a particular web page which is I'm looking for. So browser is basically a program to find the web pages and to display them properly. So if I ask you that I want you to open a website on your computer, what do you basically open first? You go to maybe Google Chrome or my Internet Explorer or Firefox. You first open some application, and there you go, and then type in your address or type in the address of the website to open it, to see it, to view it. So the some of the common browsers and most commonly used is Chrome, which is used 52% of the people are using it. Then there are other browsers as well. So the browsers are basically the programs that allow you to open websites, web pages, and then find them on the internet web network, and then open them and display them for you. And just like Chrome is one of the web browser, you must have seen this type of web browser where you can see the top, there is a bar where you can write the name of the website, and you can search that website by pressing enter, and then that browser will open up the website for you. So now I've been talking about this, taking this name website again and again, and we know that website is basically a place on the internet. Like, it is something that is present on the internet. All we need, if we want to go to that place, we need an address. If we, in the real life also, if we want to go to somebody, we want to visit some person, we need to know the address of that person. Similarly, on internet there are different spots, there are different places which are websites, and if you want to visit that website, you need to know the address. So what is basically a website? Website is a place on the internet, and it is a place that has some particular information. Like if I talk about Google is a website, and it has information maybe about your anything you are looking for, searching for anything, so it is a search engine. Then we have Facebook. It is also a place on the internet where you can where you can go create your account, socialize with people. Then YouTube is a place on the internet where when you open this website, you can watch different kind of videos like that. So all of these three websites which I just discussed have different kind of information with them. Means YouTube have the video links or videos for you in the form of information. Google has the websites for you, to which you can go to find anything. Facebook have the information about different people you can interact with, be friends with them. So similarly, as a magazine is, a website also have multiple pages. Magazine have multiple pages, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. You can go to any of the page, you can come back to the first page, you can take as much time on on one page. Similarly, website is similar. It is similar to the magazine. It also have multiple pages, but the pages here are known as a web pages. Okay, those web pages we were just talking about when we talk discussing the web. That web consists of multiple web pages. Basically, these were multiple websites which are having multiple pages, web pages. You can move from one page to another in a website, and when you want to move from one page to another page, these web pages are linked with each other through through a term we use is hyperlink. What is hyperlink? We will discuss them in the coming slides. So basically, website is similar to a magazine. It have multiple pages. We call them web pages. We can move through the web pages. We can jump from one page to the next web page, come back, go forward, and then we can, if when we want to move from one web page to the next web page, what we do is we use hyperlinks. Now let's discuss some terms which are commonly used while we are using internet. The number one is net surfing, or we also call it surfing. So what is basically surfing? Whenever you are looking at one website after another, then another, it is known as surfing the net. Means you are moving, you are checking one website, then moving to the other website, playing videos on the YouTube, and then you want to check your Facebook status. So you are using multiple websites at the same time. That is known as surfing on the net. So it is known as net surfing, or you can simply saying surfing. It could be a hobby or somebody who has an active internet. Net surfing can be a hobby for people. Next is, we were taking the name web page several times. So what is a web page? Web page is basically a page, an individual page on a website, and what it contains, it can contain text, it can contain images, it can contain icons, it can contain videos, it can contain content related to any particular topic. Now, what is a hyperlink? We were using this term also when I was discussing that if you want to move from one web page to another web page, we use a hyperlink. So when you are on a website or a web page, you see that sometimes we click on some icon and we go to some other web page. This link connecting from one page to another is known as hyperlink. Sometimes on a web page, we click on an icon or a picture or written sentence. When we go on that, when we move our cursor onto that point, it shows an hand icon, just as shown in below Wikipedia, when it is showing a hand icon. So when you get a hand icon on, when you click on that thing, it takes you to some other web page. So this is known as a hyperlink. When sometimes we click on something, a picture or some piece of text on a web page, that takes us to another web page. This is known as hyperlink. And to identify a hyperlink is the way is that whenever we move our mouse pointer onto some hyperlink, it changes its icon to hand. It becomes a hand icon. So this is the purpose of a hyperlink. From moving from one web page to another, we use hyperlinks. Next term we will discuss today is home page. What is home page? Home page is the first page of a website. I was telling you that you use browser to open a website. So whenever you enter an address of a website onto a browser, what happens is that opens the web page, which is the first web page of that website, and that first web page of the website is known as home page. And basically the first page of the website have links to the other web pages of the website, so we can say that the home page have hyperlinks to other web pages. And now the last thing which we are going to do today is opening a website. As I told you earlier also, and most of you girls might also know this before, that if you want to open a website, what you need to do is to open a browser, then type in the address of the website in the address bar and then press enter key. For example, if I want to open google.com, so I will type it www.google.com and then I will press enter, and it will show me the home page of the Google website. So that is all for today. Now your classwork is you just need to write these two questions in your notebook. First is, what is a browser? Give an example of the browser. The answer is a program used to locate or find and display web pages, for example Chrome. So between these two words, locate or find, you can write any one of the word. The word used in your book is locate, but if you find this word is difficult, you can use the word find. So you can either write the sentence as a program used to locate and display web pages, or you can say a program used to find and display web pages, and the example is Chrome. And question number 3 is, how are web pages related to a website? The answer, I have kept it simple, which is through hyperlinks. Now your homework is to learn question number 2 and 3 for test on Monday, and I want to tell you about something about test is that those who have time and those who are able to prepare the test, kindly prepare the test according to what homework is given to you, and try to prepare them side by side, because if in the end you will not be able to cover up all the syllabus. And on Monday I want you all to attempt the test and check it yourself and make sure that you have learned these questions over this weekend. Okay, thank you so much. That's all for today.